Hi there, it's my pleasure to welcome you to another exciting weekend edition of Jamaica Magazine. I'm your host, Theodore Henry. On today's expedition, we're looking at tilapia cultivation, what's planned in the 2023-2024 budget for healthcare, and learning about efforts to strengthen the cultural and creative industries. Stick around for these and more interesting features right after this message.
Know your numbers and control the keys to a healthier heart. Know the numbers for your blood pressure, cholesterol level, blood glucose level, and your weight and body mass index. Find out the risks they represent and what you need to do to stay healthy. Talk to your doctor and start making healthy lifestyle choices to prevent a heart attack or stroke.
Thanks for staying. We begin our features with the HealthWise segment. This week, we're looking at the budgetary spend for the Ministry of Health and Wellness in the 2023-2024 financial year.
We are on a mission, as I've said before, to reform, delivering equitable, comprehensive and quality healthcare for the people of Jamaica.
The government's mission of guaranteeing adequate, effective and efficient public health service in the new fiscal year comes with a price tag of over $125 billion. $118 billion is allocated for recurrent expenses, inclusive of budgetary support to the Bellevue Hospital and government chemist. The ministry will offset that with $530 million earned from fees collected. And government and its international partners will also spend $6.42 billion on major health projects. A large portion of the money will ensure the 23 hospitals, 336 health centers, and specialized institutions in the 4 regional health authority areas are equipped to deliver first-rate service to Jamaicans. This includes operational support for the National Public Health Lab, the Blood Transfusion Services and Immunology Unit, as well as health standards and regulations, procurement of pharmaceutical and medical supplies, and regional health system support. Another $10 billion is to cover approximately 68% of the operating cost of the University Hospital of the West Indies, and just over $9 billion is for the overall administrative services and regulatory expenses of the ministry. In the new fiscal year, 5 health improvement projects will be jointly funded by the government and its bilateral and multilateral partners at a combined cost of $6.4 billion. Interventions will continue to reduce AIDS-related illnesses and deaths, prevent new HIV infections, and provide testing, treatment, and counseling for infected persons. Progress is being made on the construction of the Western Children Adolescent Hospital and redevelopment of the Cornwall Regional Hospital.
We're on the 5th floor of 8, and it is going well, and the technical audits that are taking place parallel to construction suggest that quality is being assured. We're building a brand new hospital. The only thing that has not changed is the original concrete structure, and even that has been reinforced in a significant way. Roofing, reinforcement of the beams, the columns. So all the bulk of the expenditure is going into producing a new hospital. The partitions, the equipment, all the things for a modern hospital.
As for the 4-year project to modernize the University Hospital of the West Indies, this year the ring road will be rerouted and a new car park constructed. Designs will also be commissioned for the upgrading of the electrical grid, potable water supply, sewage network, and IT infrastructure. The 5th Capital Development Project is for the prevention and care management of non-communicable diseases, NCDs.
It's really has its foundation in the approach to treating with lifestyle-related disease, NCDs, which, as you know, has been a 70% cause of deaths of Jamaicans, a big cause of death globally, and something that we have to do in terms of adjusting to track lifestyle and behavior to see where people are vulnerable and to treat with those persons.
As part of this project, designs are to be completed for the construction or renovation of 12 facilities during the fiscal year. It will also involve starting construction at the Spanish Town Hospital, finalizing corrective and preventative maintenance work at the Maypen Hospital, commencing the procurement of civil works for 3 health centers, and getting started on sewage studies for 10 health facilities. The 2023-24 targets also include application of the Jamaica Moves app nationally and continued implementation of the electronic health record system.
The electronic health records, are EHR, and we'll refer a lot to it now as EHR for short, is in fact the wave of the future in healthcare delivery. And for Jamaica, we are proud to be the only country in the Caribbean that is moving ahead with this. It is potentially changing the way we administer patient care, and in a very short phrase, it improves by reducing transaction time, transaction cost, and improve the quality of service provision for the patient in our public health institution.
These are just some of the ways in which the Ministry of Health and Wellness will be investing in the well-being of Jamaicans for 2023-24. Lowering the sodium content in children's diets today can help prevent heart disease later in their life, especially for those who are overweight. Shake the salt habit, shop smart and cook smart. Use less or no salt when cooking. Try using fresh herbs and seasonings to add more flavor. Limit the consumption of salty snacks. Take the time to carefully read the nutrition labels on food products to identify those high in salt and choose the healthier options. Remember, no more than 2 grams of salt per day from all food sources for children under 11 years of age.
The following is an excerpt from the 2023-2024 budget presentation by Prime Minister the Most Honourable Andrew Holness.
There are approximately 739,000 Jamaicans who are outside of the labour force, and we estimate that approximately 150,000 are unattached youth who are not actively seeking employment. The policy objective now must be to get more Jamaicans into the labour force with work-ready attitudes and requisite skills at all levels. The critical and core mission of the Heart Trust NSTA now is to increase the supply of trained labour to industry. In furtherance of the policy directive to increase the size of the trained labour force, effective April 1, 2023, the Heart NSTA Trust will remove all tuition and administrative fees from its programs up to level 4, which is an associate degree. This will allow for access to vocational training for all Jamaicans, regardless of economic status. This will be a game changer. This will be a game changer for poor, underserved youth who see fees as an obstacle for their participation in formal training. Madam Speaker, the Heart Trust has been directed to modernize its offerings in response to the worldwide trend of automation, smart manufacturing, artificial intelligence, and high-value services. The Trust is developing centers of excellence and STEM labs at several of its institutions. The Hart College of Innovation and Technology will focus on information security, mobile application development, and mobile robotics. The Chocolate Hole campus will offer vocational training such as optoelectronics. Now, you know, optoelectronics is the study of light-emitting devices. Mechatronics, robotics, program logic control, geomatics and geospatial services, industrial electronics, and renewable energy. The National Tools and Engineering Institute has established a STEM lab which will focus on training in renewable energy, with additional labs to come which will offer training in instrumentation, electrohydraulic, pneumatics, electromotor controls, and CNC programming. Some of those things, Madam Speaker, the technical people will know. The CNC machine does automated carving on wood and that kind of thing, cutting. The Hart College of Construction will host a center of excellence focusing on welding and industrial automation. The Ebony Park Hart Academy will host a center of excellence which will focus on soil testing and tissue culture. So, Madam Speaker, Hart is transforming itself to meet the needs of new industry.
We're switching lanes a bit to look at another important aspect of our well-being. Food security is important, not just to the country's economy, but also our nutrition and health. Here is how government is working to develop and grow tilapia fish production locally as an important source for essential nutrients such as protein and vitamins.
According to the Food and Agriculture Organization, in a 2011 UN-published report, Jamaica has one of the highest levels of fish consumption per capita in the Americas, with 30.6 kilograms of raw fish weight per annum. A substantial portion of the over 80% of marine fish consumed in Jamaica is, however, imported. The National Fisheries Authority is therefore focusing on tilapia production and marketing to meet the growing local appetite for fish. This has become necessary, especially due to the decline in coral reef fish stocks, the increasing demand for seafood, coupled with the huge untapped local market for tilapia, providing a perfect opportunity to increase import substitution.
Tilapia is very important to the Jamaica food security strategy. For one, it's a priority under the National Fisheries Authority as to increase food and nutritional security. There are a lot of agricultural lands available that are capable of having fish ponds on it. There's also other government agencies who are looking to collaborate with to be creating aquaculture parks where we'll be having multiple ponds where persons can come on to grow their fish there, where we'll have the setups. We're teaching our farmers to do this as a business, to do it technically sound, to use the technical advice that the NFA will provide for them so that they will be able to become more profitable, where the growth times will be shorter, where the quality of the fish will be better, where the consumer will be happier.
Getting started in fish farming, it's as easy as ABC. Persons first need to get in contact with the National Fisheries Authority. Then, someone from our office will actually come, speak to the person, make arrangement to come and visit the location, and then we'll do what we call a site evaluation. Your next step is to get registered with the National Fisheries Authority. Registration process is easy. You call our office, also someone will come and verify that you are a farmer, and you would need some items such as a government-issued ID, 2 passport-sized pictures certified by a JP, fill out the application form, and only $600.
The local industry is regulated and supported by the government to ensure quality standards.
Farmers will have to maintain their water quality where possible. They can get it assessed if needed. If you are feeding your tilapia according to stocking density, making sure that they're getting the right quantity of feed, then it reduces the risk of you overfeeding the pond, and feed that is not eaten by the fish will then stay in the pond and become rotted. That will of course disrupt your water quality. This is the algae that they will feed on that will permeate through their system and causes the flesh to taste like mud.
Depending on the size of the pond, so if it's a 1 acre pond, well, that 1 acre pond can stock anywhere between 10 to 15,000 advanced fries, and those normally take 6 months to reach maturity.
If you live on your farm, it can be extremely profitable. You can make 50% on your investment in every crop. We look for ponds that are not aerated, that are artificially aerated. We look for about 4,000 pounds per acre per crop. And ponds that are aerated, we look for between 6,500 to 8,000 pounds per acre. You have to maintain the best water quality possible, especially as you approach harvest time.
A lot of people in Jamaica don't really fully know about tilapia. I introduce it to a lot of people, and some of them are my best customers now. And before that, they never know much about tilapia.
Aquaculture, especially that of tilapia, can fill the gap in the health-conscious demand for quality seafood products. Its firm texture and mild flavor makes it ideal for a variety of cooking methods. Tilapia also offers several attractive benefits for the householder and food service providers. Its high appeal and high profit as a center-of-the-plate item. Menu versatility, as tilapia works well with many different flavor profiles. The fact that it is low in calorie and fat for healthy menu applications. It is free of saturated fats, high in omega-3 fatty acids, a good source of protein for weight management, a natural fish which originated in Africa.
You can have tilapia taste whatever way you want it to taste. If we get more Jamaicans supporting this and buying product Jamaica, because that's really what it is, because it's grown and produced here, it can do wonders for the economy.
And while the appetite for tilapia is big at home, this versatile product is increasing in popularity in North America and Europe, providing lucrative export potential.
If between January 1 and December 31, you are a parliamentarian or public official in receipt of total emoluments of $3.5 million or above, or you were appointed or performed the functions of a position listed in the Jamaica Gazette, November 26, 2021, regarding the Integrity Commission Act, you are required to file a statutory declaration of assets, liabilities, and income as at December 31. What to file? You are required to declare all balances and interest in all assets, liabilities, and income received by you, your spouse, and children below the age of 18, whether living in Jamaica or abroad. It should be noted that a person who knowingly makes a false statement in a statutory declaration may be liable to a fine not exceeding $2 million or to a term of imprisonment not exceeding 2 years. The Integrity Commission has implemented its zero-tolerance policy. All declarants will be required to submit all outstanding statutory declarations. Failure to submit a statutory declaration may attract a fine of not exceeding $500,000 or to a term of imprisonment not exceeding 6 months. The Integrity Commission has decentralized the collection of statutory declarations. Submit your statutory declaration for the previous calendar year securely within your organization on or before March 31 of the following year. Here's how. Firstly, complete your statutory declaration. Ensure you have entered the correct as-at date, for example, December 31, 2021. NA or see attached is never an appropriate response. Use none and list all required balances. Copy or print additional pages where necessary. Ensure all the sections are signed. A justice of the peace is required to validate your signature by signing, entering the date, location, and affixing their embossed seal. Attach the relevant supporting documents. ATM printouts are not accepted. You then proceed to your in-house collection point. Collect a statutory declaration envelope and security seal. Place the required information on the statutory declaration envelope, seal the envelope, and affix the security seal. Deposit the secure envelope in the Integrity Commission branded collection container or with your designated officer on or before March 31. Finally, enter your name and the date of submission on the Integrity Commission log sheet. The designated officer should deposit the white copy of the log sheet in the collection container on April 1. Retain the yellow copy for the files and facilitate the submission of collection container to the Integrity Commission. The Integrity Commission will register your statutory declaration and send you a receipt by email on or before May 13. After submission, the statutory declaration is examined for due completion and accuracy. Where the Integrity Commission is satisfied that the statutory declaration has been duly completed, certification is done and an advisory issued to the declarant. Submit your statutory declaration completely and accurately and get on the path to certification. For more information, visit our office on the second floor at 45 to 47 Barbados Avenue, Kingston, or give us a call at 876-968-6227.
Government is focusing on developing several industries with significant growth potential. As part of that, groundwork is taking place to strengthen and facilitate the necessary investments in the cultural and creatives industries. Let's take a look at that as we come near to the close of today's Jamaica Magazine journey.
Jamaica's creative and cultural industries, CCIs, are being mobilized for an economic transformation. For many years, the country has generated global acclaim through its various CCIs, making them among the most significant industries. But their full social and economic potential have not been tapped into to spur the significant growth and development that is possible.
We believe that is a set of industries that are actually transformational in terms of moving Jamaica forward economically and sustainably. The creative and cultural industries are founded on things that Jamaicans do well. So we have a natural competitive advantage in the creative and cultural industries. As a matter of fact, when you think about brand Jamaica and what defines brand Jamaica, certainly externally, is really it's really founded in the creative and cultural industries. The cultural and creative industries are a group of industries that whose core, whose raw material is founded on intangibles. Products of the mind, visual arts, theatre, dance and performing arts, design, music, gifts and crafts, advertising and marketing, media, festivals, fairs, and film, cultural heritage, television, broadcast, digital media, fashion, culinary, museums, galleries, and libraries.
Increased attention is now being given to these industries to better exploit their economic and social development potential. This includes a full mapping of such industries with the support of the British Council in 2019 and 2020, and a situational analysis to pave the way forward.
One of the critical things that came out of that mapping was, of course, that vexed issue of data. And the collection of data, the mining of the data, the analysis of the data, and the utilization of the data that is specific to the creative industries. Like, for instance, what is the specific value of the creative and cultural industries? How many persons are employed specifically in the creative and cultural industries? And what is the value of their contribution to the GDP?
The UNESCO-funded Mapping Jamaica's Cultural and Creative Industries project estimates the contribution of Jamaica's CCI to be 5.2% of the country's GDP. The report from that mapping also indicates 2.2 billion Jamaican dollars, or about 14 million US dollars in revenue being generated annually by CCIs, which are estimated to account for 3% of total employment.
We have not monetized sufficiently the creative industries to be the rich superpower that they can make us, that they can create for us in Jamaica.
The Jamaica Business Development Corporation, JBDC, in partnership with the Statistical Institute of Jamaica, Statin, further embarked on a national project to validate the country's CCIs.
That will give us a specific value of the industry, what's the contribution to GDP, what's the contribution to employment in particular. It will also give us some sub-data as well, like the value and importance of some of this to some social development as well. And it also will give us specific recommendations for the sector.
For it to continue, we need to sensitize person what information do we need to keep going forward with this. When you're asked for the information, please provide the information at a detailed level, because in order to derive the value added, it's not just the sales or what income they're generating. We have to take from that cost. So we would love to get the information.
The expectation is that Statin will consistently collect data to allow for ongoing understanding of the value and contribution of these industries.
Mapping the return on investment, allowing government really to strategically and in a structured way decide on how it is that you're going to invest in both the demand side and the supply side of the chain of the creative and cultural industries, so that we can now plot real development and measurable development path for the cultural and creative industries. We believe that there's huge potential for wealth creation, for employment from the creative industry sectors that is just untapped presently. That's round one. We also believe that there is investment that is waiting to happen in the sector, as long as we can get a sense. Investors, they want a sense of exactly what they're investing in and what the potential returns on those investments are.
Nutritious food, succulent dishes, superior workmanship, and excellent service. Jamaica is on the go. Let's grow what we eat and eat what we grow. Let's harness the indomitable spirit of our most valued resource, our people. Let's support our local businesses. After all, buying Jamaican means building Jamaica.
Original.
Brethren, the road signs make the traffic environment safe. The green light means go. Red means stop. Amber also means stop. Yeah man, it don't mean you must speed up. And get this, even if the light's on green, when the traffic is thick, don't bother move off and block the intersection. And please, don't stop on a pedestrian crossing. Look out for children, the disabled and the elderly. Follow the signs so they all can arrive alive. Be a good road user. Obey the road signs and look out for each other.
And this is where we end the program, but be sure to join us tomorrow for another show. Until then, there is more to watch by visiting our website, jis.gov.jm. On behalf of the entire production team, I'm Theodore Henry. Until next time, take care and live good.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.